Hello, everybody. Welcome back to OMB Reviews. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. And today we're doing a box office preview this upcoming weekend on this blessed and holy Thursday. Yes, that's right. We're in the midst of the Easter Triduum, which means that the box office breakdown video will not be coming until I get back from Easter vacation, going down to my home, or at least my original hometown, to spend some time with family and, of course, religious obligations. So I'm going to try and get this video out before we leave today. And so let's go ahead and just talk about what's going on this weekend in the box office. And again, I hope everyone has a blessed Easter and a fantastic holy Triduum in the liturgy and the liturgical life of the church. So first off, Minecraft is expected to get the #1 spot again, but it will be going head-to-head with a new film from Warner Brothers, Sinners. That's right, the Ryan Coogler directed movie with Michael B. Jordan about vampires, and also apparently a not-so-subtle message about racism and replacement and all these other kinds of things. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly how that plays with the general audience. It's gotten some pretty good reviews, though, so far, despite the fact that there are these clear messages in the movie nonetheless. And let's just be honest, I don't think that it's going to be that surprising if a film like Minecraft is actually able to hold off against a film like Sinners, right? Sinners is going to be to a much more limited audience, but it is also one that could potentially, maybe because of word of mouth, maybe because people have been wanting to see a good vampire film or a scary film or whatever it is, might be actually enticed by seeing it, so it could actually end up being quite competitive nonetheless. But even if Sinners does somehow win, it's going to be a very close competitive match no matter what. Minecraft right now, by Box Office Theory, projected to get $49 million, a 38% hold. That's pretty amazing when you think about it, right? Minecraft has consistently, had this massive opening weekend, dropped only around 50% second weekend, and now dropping in the 30s. So this film is having a much stronger than average run at this point, which is why I do not think it'll be that surprising to see the film be able to get to $1 billion at the global box office. Last weekend it was able to get to $550 million. Do not be surprised to see it get to $750 million or more this weekend, and that will continue its trajectory down that road, where again, I do think $1 billion will be on the table because this film is not letting up. Clearly, there are people going back for multiple showings with all the memes and all the online videos. It's not all that surprising to see that actually happen, and it is projected that the total domestic for the film will go up to $352 million by the end of this weekend. This just, again, blows the water off of films like Snow White and really just anything Disney has put out. In fact, the domestic total for Minecraft right now, based off of its current trajectory, is easily going to beat the worldwide total of Captain America Brave New World. That is how bad Disney's box office is right now, and Thunderbolts coming up very soon is not likely going to change that all that much. But it also shows you the power of Minecraft as well, and two Warner Brothers films going head-to-head here. It's very good news for Warner Brothers as a company. There is just no doubt about that. Sinners, though, is still expected to do pretty well, $45 million in its opening. This film had a $90 million budget, so it has quite a ways actually to break even at the box office, because again, that means you have to make about 2.5 to 3 times your budget. So it's going to have to make in the $200+ million range just to break even. And this is not a film that seems to be likely to be appealing to a lot of the international audiences, just with the type of movie that it is. But hey, you never know, and it could end up having a pretty good performance. It is interesting that they're releasing a film about vampires over the weekend of, the holiest weekend of the church's year, in the Easter weekend. But hey, I'm not all that surprised that Hollywood would do such a thing at this point in time. The number 3 spot is expected to go to King of Kings from Angel Studios. This should do very well this weekend, right? It's the story of Christ, very appropriate for the time in which we commemorate this Easter. I would personally recommend, especially if you're an adult, to watch a film like The Passion of the Christ by Mel Gibson. It is the best, arguably the best film about Christ, especially about Christ's passion, which is what we are commemorating, and of course his resurrection as well. But it really helps to put us in the right mindset, I think, much more so than this film does. This is great for the single-digit age years, but other than that, I just don't think there's much to write home about here. The Amateur, 54% drop in its next weekend. Warfare, 48% drop. And Drop, 54% drop. Very appropriate there. So again, pretty standard drops there, and it's not looking very good for a lot of those films, because even though some of them have smaller budgets, like The Amateur has a $60 million-ish budget, Warfare, I think, had a $20 million budget, Drop had around a 10, 11, so a much better situation for Drop because of how much they spent. But Again, we'll have a full breakdown of that when I get back from Easter break. Going to Box Office Pro, we see a Minecraft movie is expected to get the number one spot according to them as well, $35 to $45 million, and Sinners at $30 to $40. So it's going to be a battle between those two. No box office report this week because they don't release their numbers until Thursday evening, Friday morning, and I won't have any time to actually record that. Let's just go over the charts because we love charts here on OMB Reviews and see what the latest updates were. So as you can see, the amateur still has a ways to go, right? Still around $73 million in the red as of the last update. Sometimes this thing doesn't auto update, so let me go ahead and just do that in real time. We love to do things live here on OMB Reviews. Helps keep me honest. But around $35 million in the red. Sorry, $73 million in the red. So yeah, that has not changed at this point. Drop only $10 million in the red, so that film could definitely make some money back, or at the very least break even barely. Warfare is actually doing okay. $25 million in the red there, so it still has a little ways to go. King of Kings, right? We don't know the exact budget on the film, but likely still very profitable for them. $41 million in net profit right now for the Minecraft film, and again, that's going to go up way much higher. In fact, I would be surprised if that number is $100+ million by the end of this weekend in just net raw gain profits. So again, huge win for them overall. Working Man still $23 million in the red. So even though it has done better than expected, it still has a ways to go to break even at the box office, and it probably won't, but I think it'll do fine enough on VOD sales to be able to make that up after the fact. At the Unicorn, probably one of the least successful of the A24 releases. Very interestingly, right? A24 tends to have their very passionate audience. It's just not really seemingly showing up for them at this point, based on the numbers that are at least currently being reported here. Woman in the Yard, $6 million in the red. Again, horror film, not doing nearly as well as other horror films have. Clearly didn't, capture the zeitgeist or anything like that. And then we get to, of course, Snow White, $319 million. So again, still going to be the biggest box office bomb of the year. Hasn't even gotten to $100 million domestic or international. Actually, technically with China, you would say it's gotten to $100 million international, but still, that's pretty bad nonetheless. And for those who have been wondering about Captain America: Brave New World, yeah, that film still has capped at around $414 million. So as I said, Minecraft in its domestic is going to easily overtake that by the end of its run, probably even coming up over the next couple weeks. And that film still $256 million in the red. And that's assuming, right, the budget is, only, $300 million, and it very well could have cost a lot more than that. We all know that $180 million number that was being thrown out there is complete bunk and just complete ridiculousness nonetheless. But anyway, that is going to be the weekend. So what do y'all think? What's going to win the battle? Is it going to be Minecraft? Is it going to be Sinners? Do you have any plans to see Sinners? Or are you going to go see Minecraft once again? Again, I personally don't quite understand it, but clearly a lot of people do. A lot of people really do enjoy it. And hey, more power to you. And Sinners, again, the concept seems intriguing enough for me to maybe give it a shot, but the whole race baiting stuff, it's so tired. It really is. Like, I feel like there's a movie that deals with that every single year that comes out, and it gets to the point where you're like, okay, guys, we get it, right? Can we not just live in the now and here, and can we not just try to move on, and can we not just try to make things better for ourselves here and now, rather than just being caught up on these things that have been covered a million different ways? Again, it honestly becomes a bit nauseating at this point. But let me know your thoughts about that also in the comment section down below. If you like this video, smash that like button. Make sure you also smash the rumble button as well. You guys are all amazing and beautiful. Have a wonderful rest of your day. A blessed Holy Thursday, the Easter Triduum, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday. If you go to the Easter Vigil Mass, right, I hope that you have a blessed Easter celebration there. Easter Sunday, of course, and a blessed Easter to all. So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, a blessed Easter, and as always, God bless. Now for a huge special shout out to all of my Chosen of Valhalla members, starting off first with my people on Patreon, Father Luca Illich and Miss Martin Muses. Check out her YouTube channel by the same name, Miss Martin Muses. Also to my Subscribestar people, Matt317. Check out his Twitch channel by the same name, Matt317. And lastly to my YouTube member, Mr. Roy, shout out to you, good sir. And if you want your name shouted out at the end of every live stream and video, check out the top link in the video description below where you get access to that. Also, you get access to a plethora of other things. You get your name listed at the end of every live stream and video, like you saw in those names that came up before this video started, and also access to a giveaways channel that I host over on the Discord server where I give away 4Ks, Steelbooks, Blu-rays, all kinds of stuff. So check that out if you're interested in that. Also, I have an exclusive podcast that I hold at least once a month, and it's always a good time, and you get extra bonus content with that also. So if any of that sounds interesting, again, check out that top link in the video description below. You guys are all amazing, and beautiful people, have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, God bless.